Have you ever had a customer request that totally caught you off guard?
Totally caught me off guard. Um, I've had customers ask for things. Again, my philosophy is that if I wouldn't do it in my own home, I'm not going to do it in somebody else's home. There have been things that I'll never forget. A customer had like a window that was 20 feet in the air, and they wanted to put a continuous cord loop all the way down 20 feet in order to operate the shade. And kind of caught me off guard, but I was like, yeah, as I thought about it, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that because at the end of the day, that's not how it's supposed to function. My name is on it, and I just didn't think it was a really good move. So I kind of try to steer them in a different direction. I've had some other cool requests, like I had a customer who was like, we want this to be the focal point. We want you to do something here that's totally like that nobody's ever seen before. And so that was kind of a fun project. At the end of the day, we had designed something that was like very outlandish, and they kind of scaled it back and decided maybe we don't want that as outlandish. But for the most part, those are few and far between, but they're fun when they happen.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
That was probably a great learning experience for you.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Even just building it out and then them having to scale it back.
Yep, absolutely.
Very cool. What is the best and worst business advice you've ever received?
Ooh, that's a good question. Best and worst business advice. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. Nothing's really coming to mind. You probably received a little bit of both, in both regards, both good and bad advice. But I mean, that's kind of goes back to. I mean, one of the things that I'm constantly trying to do is talk to owners that are successful and beg, borrow, and steal ideas from them. That's one of the benefits of being in a franchise system, and the thing that I really value is reaching out to the other owners and figure out what's working for them and maybe what's not working so well.
Yeah. On the project that you had where they said they wanted something really outlandish, have you ever come across a situation where you're just not the right fit for the customer? And if so, how do you kind of handle that interaction?
Yeah, I mean, it's just being honest. I think people respect like being really honest with like what your capabilities are. I mean, one of the areas that I would like to get into eventually is like pergolas. We're doing a lot more exterior screens. We're starting to get into awnings, a little bit more. But pergolas are just not something that I currently have the team to tackle. And so we've been asked about them, and that's my response. Like, if you talk to me in 2 years, the answer might be yes. The answer right now is I just don't have the team in place to execute a pergola. And so, and if I have partners that or recommendations, happy to provide those. We do that in a lot of other areas. We often are in the home. We build that trust with customers, and the customers are asking us for painters and somebody to renovate their kitchen and things of that nature. And so happy to always provide those resources for other folks in the community who do an excellent job that have the standards that we do.
Yeah. There's something definitely to be said about becoming a coach or a resource for a customer. They really put, quality into that. And they consider you an expert, obviously. So that really kind of elevates you from just being a sales guy.